Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Underhood Show. I got a couple special guests this morning. Imagine that, huh?
Special?
Special. Yes, very special. Hey, we're coming to you from the fairgrounds, and yes, it's Saturday morning. Yeah, this is supposed to be a call-in show. We'll gladly take your calls, but I don't think we have the phone set up. Gus will get that phone set up here for us a little bit, and we'll get some phone calls rolling in here in just a little bit. Anyway, I got Chris Bragg from, is it Fort Worth?
Springtown.
Springtown.
West of Fort Worth. About 30 minutes.
Yeah, okay. And then I got my son Jake here. Both of those guys raced last night here at the fairgrounds in the Heartland versus the Revival late model series. And so we'll go through that whole thing today too. But again, if you want to call in something about your car, it's really unique because Chris owns a repair shop too. So maybe Chris can help chime in and help tell people how to fix their cars as this show started way back. Back in 04 is when the show started. So anyway, we'll welcome your calls at 316-462-3673. Well, I'll get that number up there soon. Gus will get the phone up here in just a little bit in case the phone starts ringing here from that part too. So gentlemen, we had what do you want to say how the racing went last night?
Ladies first.
I think it was all right.
We had a little bit of a different track because
we had some character. That's what you call that. Character.
Everybody's got to have a little character once in a while, right?
Yeah. Made some technical racing, I guess you would say, sort of.
Yeah, we went through some tires, right?
Yeah.
Everybody got there.
Yeah.
You know, this big old track is hard to tame sometimes. I think we had some great IMCA racing and stuff too. This is the first time running a racetrack that I didn't watch that stuff because I was strictly back here in the Team 3J pit and paying attention to what was going on there and that sort of stuff too. But I know we crowned 3 champions last night. I'll have to see who those champions were here from that part too. So what do you think tonight's going to bring it different without just one class?
You know, it's a good question. With the rain we got last night, I mean, Chris and I are talking before going to the show here. It looks like we just got a quarter inch, so it's not going to. I don't think it's going to be any heavier on the character than it was last night. Let's put it that way. You know, just one class as well. Hoping to see a couple more cars show up tonight. Should be a quick show. I mean, being done by 9 o'clock is not anything Chris otherwise going to be mad about. I've got a 45-minute drive back to the shop. And Chris, what's your drive home?
About 7.5.
Good Lord.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Sounds like us driving.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always been 8 to 10 almost every weekend this year.
Yeah, this late model thing, when we've been racing modified, last 10, 11 years, our big drives were 4, maybe 5 hours. So having this rig and being able to go as far as we have has been a blessing. I mean, we both drove down to Vivian to drive 6 laps in a day feature.
And to watch it rain.
Exactly.
Mother Nature has been kind of unique this year in many places. Show up and it rains and go back home.
Yeah, we've both done plenty of that this year. I don't know if that rig we've got, Scott Bloomer's old rig, is just a spawn for the rain or something along those lines. But there's been nights where that rain's made it a lot better racetrack too. But
this weather's kind of mean and the cooler. In only one class, I'm sure it'll change your race. I've never raced here until last night. That was the first time in my 33 years of racing. That was the first time I've ever raced here.
Well, Chris, let's go through your history of racing. Since you've been racing that long and everything else from that part, let's tell the listeners and watchers, what's your racing career? How did it start? When did it start and all that?
Started funny. I started racing 3-wheelers back when I was like 12 and 13 years old. I was born and raised in Kearney, Nebraska. Lived there till 88, till we moved to Texas. I raced some motocross 3-wheelers and motorcycles a little bit. And then when I graduated in 90, I got my first race car.
What was that?
It was a Camaro.
Okay.
It's about like the old 77, 78 Camaro. They called them a hot stock in Texas.
Yeah.
They were actually a big deal back then. Looked kind of like a 6-pack.
Okay.
I mean, the old limited late model, but it was a hot stock. That was NASCAR sanctioned, so it was the Sun Belt region, so it was kind of a big deal down. I mean, because it took in the whole South. We raced them for a couple years, and then the first modified I had, believe it or not, back then I mean, we didn't have any money to race. We were like half the rest of the world, and probably should have been. We were still working all the time, but probably should have worked more and saved our money. But
That's no fun, Joe.
I bought.
Chris.
I don't know if you remember, but in the Speedway catalog, Speedway used to sell a modified for, it was either $6.99 or $7.99, and it was all pre-bent and on a pallet. You had to put it together. You had to weld the whole thing together yourself.
Okay. Don't remember. Yeah. Okay.
I built my first modified myself. I bought that kit from Speedway.
Okay.
Built me a jig at the straightest 2x6s I could find at the lumber yard. Swear to God, out of a wooden jig, and built that modified. And I won races in it.
Well, there you go. Hey. Yeah. So
That's how we started.
that's how you started.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how long's you race modifieds?
I've raced modifieds since 94.
4.
94.
I mean, when'd you quit racing a modified?
I still raced last year.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I ran our car last year only 3-4 times. Then we finally got rid of it this spring. It's too much to keep up with both.
Well, we figured out after 1 year too. It was too much trying to keep two cars going.
And I'm not talented enough to have both driving styles. Like I can drive them both.
Yeah.
But I need to concentrate on one or the other. After racing the modified for that long, do good to get in a model and want to just twist it sideways and not drive it straight. I get yelled at a lot for trying to be too straight.
Who's yelling at you, Chris?
Well, usually my kids calling on the phone yelling at me tell me that's half the problem.
Well, that's another thing I wanted to talk about too, because your kid's up and running with the big boys. Let's talk about your kid.
Yeah, we're super proud of him, but some days we always say that's whatever. Some days I say I should have took him fishing instead, but he loves racing. He's been racing ever since. I've been dragging him around. I had to change his diapers at the racetrack, and he's worked for some special people. He started out, he went to college, got 2 years, come home, thought he was going to go to work, and he was working for us. Got opportunity, went to Speed Weeks in Florida 1 year, helped Moyer Jr. come home, helped Junior, helped Senior a little. Went to work for Ricky Thornton. Him and Ricky won Ricky's first Lucas race together.
That's cool. Didn't know that either. Very good.
And then helped Stormy, Johnny Scott. Him and Johnny won a prelim at Eldora together. He works for the 49 now. He has for the last 4 or 5 years, 6 years. They won the Eldora Million.
Yeah. So anyway, the 49 car, that's Jonathan Davenport.
Yes, sir.
He's up there at the top league. He runs both the Lucas and World of Outlaws. He's kind of taking a little bit limited schedule this year, right?
Yep. Spending a lot of time with his boy Blaine.
Yeah.
Blaine's like 14, 13. He's doing a bunch of fishing and that high school fishing deal.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him.
I don't blame. Yeah, I get it. So now, what's that do to your son with that limited schedule? Are you trying to do some other teams or anything?
No, just work. They just work in the shop and keep everything. I don't know if you've seen any of the funny jokes or whatever. They call this car, that car, their Eldora car, or this car. Lance owns Ford dealership in Batesville, the team owner.
Okay.
So they make funny. They've made jokes. They've usually got about 7 late models in the shop. And
yeah, I'm sure that's probably true. Yeah.
And so they make funny jokes. Sometimes they've made a picture like it looks like they're at the Ford store, but the whole lot's full of late models and every car's for every track. It's a good joke.
So he's still got plenty of time, work to do to keep up, even though Jonathan's not running as many classes.
Yeah, and he's come home a couple times this year. So me and his mother especially has enjoyed that.
Yeah,
because she gets to see him once in a while.
Yeah. So how many kids do you have? I didn't know.
Just 2.
Just 2. So what, your other son, daughter?
Son.
What's he doing?
He lives in Colorado.
Yeah.
And enjoys life and has the easy route. Works does landscaping and sprinklers and lives back in the mountains.
Yeah.
Goes snow skiing and snowboarding. He raced. And one races when he was younger, and he just
all have our different things we love to do and everything else too from that
Yep.
part. So anyway, we raced up at Lacrosse in Stockton last week together.
yes sir.
And then Derek, your crew chief, and decided to stay in Wichita with us. We had a great week with him.
Yeah, y'all took care of him.
Yeah, well, it was a learning experience for us too, because we're just new into this late model business. How many years you been in the late model now?
Since 21.
21. So you got a lot more time and experience and stuff with these. And just to have those two cars together, even though they're competitors' cars from back and forth, comparing things and stuff, but how each other maintains their cars and what you do to different things, and picking up a couple tools from you that you had, it was pretty neat and stuff. It's fun for that part. We learned a lot this week of having everybody there together and stuff too.
Well, we appreciate it a whole bunch because it saved us a whole bunch of money on diesel driving back and forth, and it's nice not having to run the rig up and down the road.
Oh yeah, we know how expensive to run those things up and down the road. But that's one thing about to me, the racing community is we all will pitch in and try to help each other. I mean, it's just like last night, Chris. You went out and bought a whole bunch of pizza for everybody, stood around. We had 3 or 4 teams standing there, having a good time and everything else too.
That's the best part of the whole deal. Yes, I'm getting older. What else am I gonna? I don't have any friends anywhere else. I quit and stay home. I'm gonna sit at home. Have to hang out with myself. For real, all my friends are at the racetrack.
Yep.
I've raced when me and Tyler used to come to Kansas and Nebraska, clear back when Tyler was 5 and 6 years. A long time ago, you used to go to North Platte. One night it was 5,000 to win, and then Colby was 5,000 to win the next night. That was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Me and Murray and Wallace, and everybody used to, half the guys running. Friends, I didn't sit around and get to sit around everybody and hang out with everybody after the races. That's just as important as having a good night in the race car.
Well, that's me too. That's what I love about racing these late, especially a 2-night show. I don't like to move track to track. I love being in one place. But that Friday night after you're done racing, everybody's got their cars up here. Everybody's talking about what's going on, and the camaraderie through that. Yeah.
Good parking lot. Keep
tell
on
you,
going.
I know that toter. I didn't really. I knew it was going to be convenient, but I didn't know it was going to be that convenient, and that's much better to have that thing, just to make the trip so much nicer.
It makes all the difference in the world. Hate to sound bougie, but I don't know if I'd go back to the races without it anymore.
We had nights at Boone where we'd hop. It's a comfortability through the day, much less the ability to stay there and not have to chase hotels and back 40 minutes to the racetrack. So we were driving minutes each way, once, sometimes twice a day, just to get into the race.
Yeah, I remember
doing all the work.
I remember those days very well. I think the first year I ever went to Boone, we slept in the trailer and used the shower room, like up in the neck on a bed mattress. But
people doing that out there too. I will tell you that.
Yep.
Well, anyway, so Jake, you guys kind of a lot in common. Race the modified. Now you're in the late model and stuff. And I'll say it's last night when we were out there running, I missed it. That part. But then all I do is look back over and see that super late model sitting there. Okay, we're okay.
100%. I will tell you, I mean, having this track here for this is our third season out here, right?
Yeah.
I will say the biggest thing for me, growing up through this deal, because I won my second race I ever won here. We stuck at the fence in hot laps and only made the A feature. I was pretty proud of that one. I'm still proud of that one to this day. But the biggest thing for me that's been cool to watch is this place has grown, and we've put really good track prep and good time and effort into this place. Is how much better the racing has gotten. I mean, like Chris, when we were racing modifieds here, like when I was growing up and through here running like the nationals and that kind of stuff too, it was the heat races were dirty and you ran around the bottom. It's just how the heat race, how everybody redrew, and the rest is history. I mean, the modifieds were up there bouncing off the wall in turn one, running lip, and then running down the hill and racing and throwing sliders. It was awesome. I mean, I'll be the first to tell you, I was missing my modified pretty heavy last night.
It cleaned up.
Yeah, it did.
You should have Iron Man did and raced them both last night.
Put me back in a car. I'm begging you here. I'd love to have a modified here just to run this place. I mean, if I could have a modified just to run this deal on its own, I would love to. But the same conversation, just like you were talking about before, the ability to be really, really good in one car, average in two, I'm going to pick really good in one all day long. There's moments, 365 days, 2 or 3 days a year where it's going to suck, but the other 363, I get over being pretty solid. A super late model, I'll take that all day long.
It's a lot more demand. It doesn't wear you out, but it's more demanding.
It's mentally, it's so much more mentally taxing in these cars compared to the modified, because you're watching air so much harder, and these cars just don't have what I always call vertical driving the tires in the ground like the pull bar cars do. So, I mean, that was my struggle last night because we traded spots. I started 5th and finished 7th, and you started 7th and finished 5th.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were getting inverted like that.
We sure did. Yeah. But I mean, the hardest thing for me, like when it's hooked up over like 3 and 4 I'm great. If it's sealed off and black, or even the rubber, or if it's moistured up, I'm great. But the one place that struggles when it's dirty, that crummy stuff, man, widen out that racetrack. You're going to have a little bit about that the first day or two. You widen the racetrack out like that. But that's the one place I struggle. So that's what we're going to tune on today. Figure out what I can do to make it a little bit better. I've got a couple ideas, but that's the biggest thing about these cars. This thing's easier to drive than a modified. When we say easier, it's easier to get around the racetrack, but it's much harder to be fast in this car than it is being a modified. I
feel like they're easier to drive, but a modified you could, whether it be here, you could race 10 laps. You'll know what I mean by this. Some people, and basically take a break or take a lap off or readjust, or as the racetrack slows down, you could slow down a little bit and you try to keep your car straight. And what I figured out with a late model, it's different. You've got to drive a late model as hard as you did on one when it's latched up. A perfect late model, or if you got your car right, you drive it as hard on lap 1 as you do on lap 20 or lap 30. I feel like you don't ever slow down.
That's 100%.
It's different.
It's like that. It's like that race at Lakeside that we picked up. I mean, I've told that story to a million people now. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty proud of that deal. But I mean, I didn't lift my foot off the throttle for 25 laps. I mean, I was driving that thing as hard as I possibly could the entire time I was out there. And it feels like the harder you, like in the modified, there's a lot of finesse, breathing on the throttle, keeping it up with the brake floater. I know IMCA killed those off for 2020. Oh, man down.
Man down, camera down.
I'm sure they can still hear us.
Kansas win.
Never fails us. But to the same conversation, though, those modifieds have so many where you breathe on the throttle, and just like you said, I've never heard it better. I mean, you can almost take a lap off. You need to catch your breath, catch your brakes and get going. Where the late model doesn't permit that. And that's a lot that comes back to that mentally taxing point of the conversation. I mean, we just have to hustle all the time, and I feel like that's made me a lot better driver. And last year when we double dutied it a little bit, I will tell you, I feel like I'm a significantly better race car driver now than I was last year. But there's a lot of stuff I took out of that late model that I had to translate to the modified shows we did run, and made us a significantly better modified driver that time too.
Yeah, it makes you a lot better driver. I had this conversation with my wife a while back. She was giving me a hard time. I mean, we've had a real good night. We've only won one at Lawton this year. We've been close a couple times, been the first loser a couple times, but she's like, "What's the deal? How come you're not winning more? You should win more." Like, modified days, you win. I mean, there's years we won 25, 28 races or whatever, and then it slows down to 13. But with the late model, for me, it's just a couple a year. But I feel I've had to, the older I get, I have to work harder at it. I've had to stay in shape, lose weight. I mean, it works on you. It's a lot of work.
I mean, that's been the biggest thing for me too. Is, I mean, the forces that are on your body, these cars going as fast as we are. I mean, because lap times for us, like I remember watching the modified lap times last night. They were in the 27-second range, where we were in qualifying in the 20 to 21-second range.
Anyway, everybody, sorry for the camera action. Our best IT guy in the world's here helping us, Gus, and the camera fell over. I think we might have ruined the camera today.
The wind doesn't blow in Texas. Kansas, does it?
Never.
So everybody be patient here. Gus is trying to get his phone up and going to get a picture back up here shortly. So Gus is mad at me because he had to put it out there and want to stand in the trailer. He didn't want my big black rig in the background is what I didn't want this morning. So, but anyway, that's as I was going to say. But watching you guys drive these late models is if you do slip up and take a break for one lap, you're going back 3 or 4 spots.
Yeah.
Together as far as per second laps around here, how
100%.
Versus the modifieds, and different thing. Like you said, you could take a break on a modified, or you could make a mistake in a modified and probably catch back up. But in these cars, you go backwards a couple spots, like you found out last night. You got back a couple spots, you're just not going to get them back unless something happens. I mean, you just got to.
I felt like I was doing something right last night when I drove by Jake.
Yeah, you definitely were. I felt like a fool. You got a pretty good.
He was telling me where I was going to go, where I wasn't going to go in the heat race, and just telling me what the racetrack does. And then in the feature, we were talking about it for a minute before I thought, I must be doing this right. I'm driving by Jake.
Hey, I'm mad at you for it. That was, I mean, you cleared me fair and square. I was not very good in 1 and 2 last night. I mean, hats off to you, man. You got me beat. I'm excited to come back tonight.
It was fun.
Oh, absolutely. I'm excited for tonight. I'm intrigued to see if we'll, with only one division, it did start to latch up a little bit there in the heat races. So I'm hoping to do a little more slicing and dicing in the heat race, trade some sliders, do kind of that kind of fun stuff.
I think it'll be a different animal.
Oh, absolutely. I think it will be too. The guys slept late last night. When I went to bed, they were still working on the racetrack, and that little bit of rain that come through this morning, I think is going to help. These temperatures, like you said earlier, Chris, I think is going to help.
It's going to help me.
Yeah, no kidding.
About 30 minutes apart.
30 minutes apart.
Yep.
And how long you had those repair shops? What's a little history of that? Was
30. So when we moved to Texas,
why did you move to Texas?
My dad was a regional manager for Goodyear.
Oh, okay.
So he ran the Goodyear store in Kearney, Nebraska for a long time. It used to be a company-owned store, small farm store. Then they made him like a ASM where he called on a lot of other dealers and everything and promoted him. Then they gave him opportunity to go to Texas, the Dallas region down there. That was when I was a junior in high school. He said now or never. I mean, you never pass up a big opportunity. And, of course, we were in the middle of Nebraska, and I don't think we would have ever made So he was a regional manager down there, built a lot of new stores for Goodyear. Did that for 7 to 10 years or whatever it was, 7 years. And then he retired early.
Yep.
We bought one of the stores, the first one in Weatherford. And then a year later, we built a brand new one in Springtown.
Gotcha. So
Awesome. Good for you guys.
Huh?
Good for you guys. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was I don't know. It's been a long experience,
Yeah,
but it's been a
exactly.
lot of fun.
Yeah. So anyway, Derek got the tour of our place while he was there. Of course, she's been here several times getting stuff for you and stuff. So the next time we're that close to you somewhere when we're racing, I want to come by and see your shops. And,
Yeah,
we
I
can-
wanted to get up here. Back to work, but I wanted to get back up here.
I get it. And I can tell you, every time I go somewhere to another shop or something like that, I pick up something from somebody.
That's why I want to go. 100%. Every time you go through, I mean, you always learn something.
Yeah, pick up something from somebody, and
Yep.
whether it's just a little piece of something or whatever, if it makes something any better from that part.
Yep.
And that's like I say, with Derek and Nick, this whole week, I mean, those guys were together back there in that shop and tearing them cars apart, maintenance them up, and we learned stuff back and forth. And this again, back to that camaraderie and stuff.
100%. It's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun stuff too. So anyway, gentlemen, we got another night of racing out here. I hope it's going to be much better. I think it will be much better. I don't know we're going to get any more cars though, Jake. I hope we do. We got a good car count. I wanted to hit 30. We got 28, I believe.
So I'm hoping to see
Who?
Braxton and
Josh.
Yep, Josh
Leonard's?
Leonard. Yep. So
Okay,
I'd love
so
to see
maybe
them
we'll
here.
get to 30.
I'd love to
Of
see.
course, I think we lost a couple last night too.
Yeah,
so
we lost a few. There's a couple broken motors.
Yeah. So
getting to that point in the season, good maintenance is everything, but we can't predict everything. But just happen to have everybody show up that we did. Can't wait to see who's going to be here tonight too.
yeah. So anyway.